wasn't a match. Wrote some songs about Ricky. Now I listen and laugh. Even almost got married. And for Pete, I'm so thankful. Wish I could say thank you to Malcolm, cause he was an angel. One taught me love, one taught me patience, and one taught me pain. Now I'm so amazing to have loved and I've lost. But that's not what I see. So look what I got. Look what you taught me. Yeah, for that I say thank you. Next, thank you. Next, thank you. Next, I'm so fucking grateful for my ex. Thank you. Next, thank you. Next, thank you. Next, I'm so fucking spend more time with my friends. I ain't worried about nothing. Plus I met someone else. We having better discussions. I know they say I move on too fast, but this one gon' last. Cause her name is Aubrey, and I'm so good with that. She taught me love, she taught me patience, how she handles pain. That shit's amazing. I've loved and I lost, but that's not what I see. Cause look what I found. No need for searching. And all I say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so fucking grateful for my ex. Thank you, thank you, thank you, so thank you, next. Yeah, I'm so fucking grateful for my ex. Thank you, next. Thank you, next. Thank you, next. I'm so fucking. One day I walk down the aisle, holding hands with my mama. I'll be thanking my dad, cause she grew from the drama. Only wanna do it once real bad. Go make that shit last. God forbid something happens. At least this song is a smash. I got so much love, got so much patience. Learned from the pain, turned out amazing. Learned and overlost, but that's not what I see. Look what I found. Ain't no need for searching. If all that I say, thank you, thank you, next. Thank you, next. I'm so fucking grateful for my ex. Thank you, thank you, thank you, so thank you, next. I'm so fucking grateful for my ex. Thank you, next. Thank you, next. Thank you, next. Yeah. Thank you, next. Thank you, next. Thank you, next. Yeah.
This meeting is being recorded.
Halo, selamat malam teman-teman semuanya. Apa kabar? Buat teman-teman yang menjalankan ibadah puasa, apakah sudah berbuka? Kayaknya udah pada
Sudah,
berbuka ya. Udah ya. Harusnya masih semangat ya buat next sessions. Jadi hari ini adalah hari terakhir untuk teman-teman mengikuti ACP Cloud Computing Training Sessions sama Yufeng. Jadi nanti teman-teman bisa Q&A juga kalau misalnya ada beberapa pertanyaan yang ingin ditanyakan terkait dengan examnya akan seperti apa, soal-soalnya yang nantinya akan keluar bagaimana, seperti itu ya. Jadi buat teman-teman nanti kalau misalnya ingin bertanya silahkan raise hand. Sebentar, saya panggil dulu orangnya ya. Jadi nanti kalau teman-teman
Hello. Hello, good evening, everyone.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Clear.
Thank you. Thank you. So thank you for your time. Welcome to Alibaba Cloud Training. So that's the third session of the ACP Cloud Computing preparation call. So let's give the other people 3 more minutes, okay?
Hi, Yufeng. Sorry, I think my internet connection just went down. So earlier, I just explained to the participants that the recording has been shared to their account. And then if they have any questions, because today is our last day for the ACP training sessions, right? So if they got any questions related to the what's going to be came up on the exam, then they can actually ask during the Q&A session. So maybe we can focus on the Q&A sessions later on by the end of the sessions.
Okay, great.
One more thing, I need to give some announcements to the participants. So I'll announce in Bahasa Indonesia, just very quick one. Untuk teman-teman, kita nanti akan ada Q&A sessions kemungkinan di hari Jumat atau hari Kamis. Jadi teman-teman ini nggak wajib ya. Jadi buat teman-teman yang mau join aja, jadi nanti saya akan bikin 1 jam Q&A sebelum exam. Jadi teman-teman bisa bertanya terkait dengan exam operationnya itu bakalan seperti apa. Jadi nanti kalau misalnya teman-teman punya waktu bisa join, kalau nggak punya waktu juga nggak apa-apa. Jadi ini nggak wajib. Untuk email invitationsnya kita akan kirimkan malam hari ini. Jadi untuk schedule-nya ditunggu saja sama link Zoom-nya juga ditunggu saja. Kemungkinan kita akan lakukan di waktu yang sama, jam 7 juga, tapi sampai jam 8, either besok atau hari Senin. Gitu ya.
Okay, so let's give the other people 1 more minute, and then we can share this. Let me share my screen. Okay. Great. So that's back to the Alibaba Cloud Console. So yesterday we have learned about Alibaba Cloud ECS and server load balancer, right? So we have created 2 servers. First server is DTS server A, another server is DTS server B. Okay, let's do a quick recall, a review of the call. So we have created first ECS in Germany region. So we choose the Germany VPC, Virtual Private Cloud, and Zone A. And then we can choose a small server. And then we choose the image. So we can choose also the image, existing image, right? We choose the DTS server image. We build the image, and then next time we don't need to reinstall everything. And then the size of the system disk is 20 giga. Can you remember that when we create this image? Can you remember the size of the image, right? That was a question during the session. And then we don't need any public IP address for the server because we have a server load balancer. And the load balancer itself can associate with a public IP. It's a fixed IP. So for security, we should choose also the security group. So if you want to create Alibaba Cloud ECS, the virtual machine, you have to design or configure a security group. It's a mandatory option. And then you can choose the password inside of the image, so you don't have to reset the password. And then you can set up auto release if it's a sandbox environment. So we can set it for day in 2 hours. Okay. Great. And then everything goes well, we can configure and confirm this requirement. And normally we can go to the console to check if the server is up and running. Okay, so this server is already running. And in Germany region, I do not have other servers. So that's the first server. I cannot have access directly to the server because it does not have public IP. But I can use Alibaba Cloud Workbench to connect to this server, right? Okay. And then I want to create another server. So this server is, I can name it as DTS server, DTS server A. Okay. Now I want to create server B. The server A is in Frankfurt region and zone A. So I want to create a high availability architecture. So I need another server in zone B. And I can restart this process. So now you are very familiar with the process, right? To buy Alibaba Cloud ECS. And then the most important part for networking is that I should share the same VPC, virtual private cloud. So both of these servers should be in the same VPC. Otherwise, they cannot communicate with each other by default. So I should the virtual switch in zone B. Okay. So this time I want to create a server which double the capacity of the previous server. Okay. Now you know the ratio between virtual VPC, virtual CPU and physical CPU ratio, right? It's 2 to 1. Whatever you choose as the cloud provider, the ratio remain the same. I'm sharing the same image because I want to use the same web server. And then select the default security group. Now it's very quick. And keep using the same login password and set up the release time in 2 hours. Okay. Now it takes me only 1 minute, I think, to create this instance. It's very quick. But if you manage many different servers, and for example, if you want to manage, for example, 200 servers, you want to create 200 servers and with different server load balancer and all the other complex configurations, maybe you need another solution. It could be Terraform, right? Terraform can help you to build different architectures very quickly. So we have course about Terraform in the following week. If you want, you can subscribe Okay, so that's the two servers, server A and B. But in front of them, I want to build load balancer, right? Remember that we have load balancer yesterday. We go to the console and then we search server load balancer, SLB, and then we can get the server load balancer in this region. So as I have already built this server load balancer, I think the load balancer is still up and running. Right, it's still up and running. Remember that we have three different types of server load balancer. Application load balancer for level layer 7 of the networking, HTTP, HTTPS. Network load balancer for TCP and UDP for layer 4. And classic load balancer for both of them. You can choose. Okay, so we have already a load balancer. So let's check what's inside. So do we have already listener? You remember that one listener can listen only one pod, right? Okay, so I've already listener. And what are the servers behind this load balancer? Let me check. So for now, we don't have because the two previous load servers are already released yesterday. So now I have to add the two servers actually up and running. Okay, so both of them, A and B. Okay, next. And then I want to give them the weight. So server B is double the size of server A, right? Because server A has only 2 virtual CPU, server B has 4 virtual CPU. Okay, then I can add the weight. Okay. Okay, normally now I have 2 servers. Okay, great. And this server load balancer has a public IP address. Normally I can watch that. Let me share with you this link. But you'll find something strange because when you refresh the page, you have always server A. It's not because we are only work with server A, because server B has a special landing page because we are using the same image, right? So the image will give us the same landing page, always welcome to server A, right? Let me check how to modify this landing page. Okay. So if I want to connect to this server, I can use connect, right? To use Alibaba Cloud Workbench.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
So configure this.
اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة
I will change to server.
والصلاة القائمة آت محمدا الوسيلة والفضيلة وابعثه مقاما محمودا الذي وعدته.
Several load balancer. Now we have server A and B, right? And server B should appear twice and server A once. So the ratio between two servers should be 2 to 1. Right? You can try on your side. Okay. That's because we have using the listener. In this listener, we have configured the rules to distribute the workload. Let me check the listener. Okay. So that's the weighted round robin that we were using. And we were using default server. And in the default server group, we have configured the weight. Server B is 100, server A is 50. So if you change to 2 to 1, that's the same. You keep the ratio. And the weight number should be digital number between 0 to 100. So if you change that to 0, for example, okay, what will happen? So now I have a question. If I change the weight for server B as 0, what will happen? Okay, and you can try. Okay, now I have changed the B to 0. Now only server A is available, right? Which means the weight, if you change the weight as to 0, which means the server will not receive any workload after that. Okay, so now back to 100. Yeah, that's right. You got the right answer.